Hello, this is Isaac from Engadget. Today we'll take a look at Cube's i7 book. It is pretty obvious that the naming of the i7 book is inspired by the Microsoft Surface Book. There are some similarities between the i7 book and the Surface Book. They are both tablet PC convertibles. They both have pen support. But still, they are different in almost every aspect, and we'll find out in this review. The Cube i7 book has a 10.6-inch display, so it's similarly sized as the Surface 3, which has a 10.8-inch display. So it's a lot smaller than the Surface Pro 3 and the Surface Pro 4, both of which have over 12-inch displays. The tablet only comes with one color option. The front is black and the rear is blue. The front is dominated by the 10.6-inch IPS display, and there is also a Windows button here. The bezel around the screen is a little bit big, but there's enough space to actually rest your fingers on. There is also a 2-megapixel front-facing camera here for video chatting. All the ports are hosted on the left side. There is a 3.5mm audio jack, a micro SD card slot, a USB Type-C port, a micro USB 3 port, and also a 3.5mm DC charging port. Because the tablet is very thin, so it doesn't have a standard USB port, but you can use this stock OTG cable to transform the micro USB 3 port into a full USB 3 port. And also there is no HDMI on board, but you can actually use an adapter to transform the USB Type-C port into an HDMI port. The two physical buttons are on the top side, the power button and also the volume rocker. The rear side of the tablet is made of aluminum, which is coated in blue, so it looks very premium, and also with this silver rim around edges gives it a more interesting look. There is a 5-megapixel rear-facing camera here, which can also be used in video chatting when you are just trying to show, the person that you're chatting with what you're looking at. Ports on the bottom side, including this 10-contact magnetic connector, is used to connect the keyboard dock. Connecting the tablet with the keyboard dock is extremely easy. Just bring the tablet near the keyboard dock and they're instantly brought together by the magnetic force. With the keyboard dock connected, you get two additional standard USB ports, one on the left and one on the right. The Cube i7 book is 9.6mm thick and weighs 710 grams. So it won't be much of a burden to use one-handed with a pen. The build quality of Cube's tablets is always quite good, and the i7 book is no exception. It almost feels as epic as the Surface Pro 4. That's pretty impressive for a tablet that's priced under $400 US. The Cube i7 book has a gorgeous 1080p IPS display. The brightness is good, the colors are vibrant and true to life, and also the viewing angles are quite good. Let's look at some photos here. The sound quality of the built-in speakers of the i7 book is pretty disappointing. It's not even as loud as my smartphones such as my LG G3 and my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Let's play some of the videos.
Surviving off the coast in the longest desert on the planet is a
Yeah, even watching videos and movies in a quiet room, I still find the volume not good enough. So I always need my headphones and my external speakers. The official keyboard dock of the Cube i7 Book is pretty versatile. You could use it in many modes. Like this way, you could just turn it into a laptop, and you can even close it like a laptop. You can adjust the screen from 0 to 120 degrees, so it's very much like a laptop. You can also connect the tablet with the keyboard dock backwards. And now you can use a touch screen or even the stylus to do some drawings. Yeah. And also you can use it in a Lenovo yoga kind of way. Just this is called 10 mode. But this is still not really as useful as the other two modes, I think. This is one of the best tablet keyboards on the market right now. It has very decent key travel. When you type in on those keys, they just give you this very instant feedback. And also there are enough space between the keys, so you wouldn't make any mistakes while typing on them. There is also a trackpad here. It supports all kinds of gestures. You could also use it as your mouse. And there is a distinct left and right zones, so it serves as the left and right click of the mouse. Click twice, just enter a file folder, and also you could bring up some menus using the right click. The keyboard dock is definitely one of the best traits of the Cube i7 Book, and I actually prefer it to the type cover on the Surface Pro 3 and also the keyboard cover for the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 tablet. Another exciting feature of the i7 Book is the built-in Wacom digitizer. It supports 1024 levels of pressure, so you can use a Wacom pen to actually do some drawings and just to take notes. You could use different strength to create different lines of different weight. Here we go. You could also do some drawings here. I'm not really much of a painter myself, so please forgive me for those drawings. Yeah, I could also sign my name here. Yeah, it's very convenient. And now a lot of applications actually support the pen use, including the Microsoft Office. So this is quite useful. Unfortunately, the pen is not included in the retail package. You have to buy it separately. It's $39 US, actually cheaper than the Surface 3 pen and the Huawei MateBook pen. The Cube i7 Book is powered by a Core i3 processor and 4 GB of RAM. Its performance is actually on par with the entry-level version of the Surface Pro 4 and much better than the Surface 3, which is only powered by an Atom Cherry Trail processor. In the PC Mark 8 Home Accelerated benchmark, it gets 2785, which is actually better than the Surface Pro 4 and also the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 tablet and also the Huawei MateBook. In the Fritzsche benchmark, it also gets a very decent score of 4030. Let's see the benchmark scores. The Cinebench 10, it's 4030 4280 single core, 8424 for multi-core. In the Cinebench R15, it's actually also a very decent score. Let's see the Geekbench score. It's also very good. Single core 2404, multi-core 4682. In the real life use, the Cube i7 book is also very capable. You could do many things at the same time.
Places rely on an awful lot of hard conservation work, particularly keeping scrub and bracken down. Now, most of this work is done during the winter time, mainly to avoid disturbing sensitive wildlife species. It does look like much now, but it's in the springtime when all this effort pays dividends.
As you could see, even with many applications running at the same time, the Cube i7 book still remained responsive. The Korean processor is actually built for efficiency, but it can perform very well. It can even rival the i5, i7 powered Surface Pro 4 in terms of performance. The Cube i7 book has a 4C SSD inside of it. The sequence write and read speed of the SSD is actually quite good, on par with the Surface Pro 3 and Huawei MateBook. It's a little bit slower than the Surface Pro 4 and a lot slower than the Surface Book, but that's expected because of the price. The problem is there's only 64 gigabytes on board. You definitely need an microSD card to expand the storage. The Cube i7 book has dual-band Wi-Fi, so the internet connection is actually quite fast and stable. There is also Bluetooth 4.0 on board to connect with your wireless mouse, your wireless speakers and wireless headphones. The battery life of the Cube i7 book is slightly below average. We normally get around 6 hours of screen time, but if you run a lot of heavy-duty tasks on the Cube i7 book, you'll probably only get 4 to 5 hours. In our standard Engadget battery rundown test, where we loop a 720p video and we get 6 hours and 50 minutes. Like the cameras on all Windows tablets, the cameras on the Cube i7 book are pretty bad. Here's some photos taken by them. This one is actually taken by the rear-facing camera. And this one? Yeah, you can see it's pretty bad. And this one also, this one, And this one is actually taken by the front-facing camera. You could see, even when there is good lighting, you could still see there's a lot of noise. And the colors are not really very genuine as well. The Cube i7 Book is superior to the Microsoft Surface 3 in many aspects. It has a much faster processor. It also has a much better keyboard. The tablet itself is priced at $399 US. And the keyboard dock, which is a must-have if you wanted to do some serious work with this tablet, is priced at $59 US. And the pen, which can come in handy when you are doing some drawing and notes-taking, and also some signature signing, is priced at $39 US. Even combined together, they are cheaper than the Surface 3 without those accessories. If you want a fast Windows tablet but don't want to spend many hundreds of US on a tablet like a Surface Pro 4, a Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro S, or a Huawei MateBook, the Cube i7 Book could be a very good alternative. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.